Hello Leo, welcome to your 2024 month by month yearly reading, and it is going to be a general reading, so just take what resonates. I've also put the timestamps down below in the description so you can just skip to specific months, or of course you can come back and watch certain months again. It just makes it a lot easier for you. And I'd also really like to thank you, especially you Leo, because you have been extremely supportive of my channel with all your wonderful comments, your likes and your subscribes, and it's really helped the channel grow. We've started off then with the Spirit Animal Oracle, one for each of the months. And I always like to use these cards as guidance as how to best get through a particular situation. In this case, each one of the months. I'm going to use the Archangel Power Tarot cards to get some further information. So, January, you have Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race, and you have the Seven of Raphael. So it looks as if you've got lots of options available to you at the beginning of the year, but you're being guided and asked to, take it slowly. There's not really any need to rush this. Then in February you have Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide, and you have the Lovers, and that's talking about making choices from your heart. And for some of you it could be with regards to a relationship. Now in March you have Chameleon Spirit, act as if. And with that, you have the Ten of Raphael. Absolutely beautiful. So this is love and blessings filling your life. It could be harmonious relationships, but it can just be feeling on top of the world and totally fulfilled with where you are at this point. Then in April, you have Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. And with that, you have the Page of Raphael. And this can be a new opportunity coming in for you. It can be an invite, a romantic invite, but it can be any type of invite really that has meaning to it. And we are going to further clarify all of these cards. And so we'll get a bit more information on that as we go on. Then in May, we have Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. And with that, you have the Knight of Ariel. So this is a card again that talks about building a solid foundation, really, a bit like Turtle Spirit that you had in January. But it does seem that you're changing your life one step at a time. And then in June, you have Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. And with that, you have the Three of Ariel. Now, I always see the Three of Ariel as a card of employment, but of course it's a card of collaboration, it's a card of teamwork, it's a card of being recognized for your skills and your skills that enable you to earn material wealth. Then as we move into Leo season in July, we have Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. And with that, you have the Eight of Ariel. Wow, absolutely fantastic. So the Eight of Ariel for me is another card of you working very hard at something to quite possibly improve your material wealth. Then in August, still in Leo season, you have Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. And with that, you have the Ace of Michael. You know, this is a card of victory. It's a card of enlightenment. It's a card of clarity, having a vision and knowing how to get there. And then in September, you have Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. And with that, you have the Ace of Gabrielle. Fantastic card of a new and passionate, exciting beginning. And actually, the Ace of Michael is a new beginning as well. So something really quite profound is happening to you in the second half of the year. Then in October, you have Canary Spirit, sing your own song. And with that, you have the Two of Michael. So it says to me that you may have a bit of a major decision to make here. And you're being told to do what you feel is right. Then we move into November with Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. And with that, you have the Six of Ariel. So I feel, there's possibly a contract coming in for you, quite often associated with financial gain. It looks as if the money that you're after or the money that you require for something is coming in. Perhaps someone around you is feeling quite generous, or perhaps even you yourself is feeling very generous, and you could be being asked to be a little bit more careful with your generosity. And then in December, just in time for Christmas, you have Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. And with that, you have the Page of Ariel. So some other new opportunity looks to be coming in for you at the end of the year. And I have to say, although you do have a little bit of love here potentially, this seems to be a very financially abundant year for you. You've got some fantastic cards here all the way through the year. So Leo, let's get you another card then for January. Now, you have, it would seem, a lot of options available to you, and you may well be obviously having to make your mind up. And I feel that Spirit is telling you to take your time over this and don't necessarily go for a quick fix in this situation. And with that, you have the Ten of Cups. That is absolutely fantastic because you have that also in March as well. Now, this could very well be around your home life. Perhaps you're thinking about moving in with somebody, or starting a relationship for some of you. But whatever it is, you're certainly looking to increase your fulfillment, possibly in your home, with your family, your children, if that resonates for you. But there's definitely a lot of decisions being made and lots of options available to you to increase your emotional security here. Absolutely fantastic start to the year. Then, as we move into February, again, you have this big decision, and it could very well be connected to January because again, in March, you do have the Ten of Cups. So it's quite possible this first quarter and perhaps a little bit beyond is about affairs of the heart for you. But it does seem there's quite a big decision here. If it's not regarding relationships and it's another area of your life, you're being asked to make a decision using your heart, and you're being told that the universe will provide for you. Sometimes, we tend to make decisions with our head because, well, we want to be logical or life gets in the way. But here I really feel you're being told to make a decision with your heart and not to worry about all the mundane aspects because the universe will provide. But let's get you another card, and you have the Two of Swords. So I feel it's a big decision, and there definitely is something that's maybe complicating it a little bit for you. And quite often, if it is to do with affairs of the heart, it could be the more practical side of life, finances, something like that is making it a little bit harder. but the advice is make this decision with your heart. Okay, so moving into March then, you have the 10 of Raphael. And again, like I said, that's a beautiful energy here of love and blessings. It's a happily ever after card, whether this is about your relationship or whether it's in your job or whether it's your family. It looks to be a really auspicious time for you. Now, the Chameleon Spirit is a card that says if you're feeling a lack of confidence or not quite sure, act as if you know what you're doing. Act as if you already are successful, and then it will come in to play. So let's just see what other cards you get with that. And you have the King of Wands. Now, this is you in your element, Leo, male or female. This, I do believe, is how you are supposed to be behaving. You are supposed to be in March taking on the energy of the King of Wands. And of course, you are already the King of Wands, but the fact that it's come up is telling me that you need to be courageous. You need to be confident. And funnily enough, not fuss over those minor details which could have been happening in February for you with the Two of Swords there. So the first quarter is looking really, really positive, whether it's business, employment, or family life. There's lots of fulfillment and satisfaction. So moving into April then, we have Koi Fish, There Is Always Enough, and we have the Page of Raphael. Now the Koi Fish Spirit, it can be a card sometimes that can indicate that you may be feeling a bit of lack, and you're being reminded in the situation that you find yourself to remember there is always enough for everybody, and that means you too, and you are always enough as well. And like I said, that Page of Raphael, it's quite possibly a romantic gesture coming in here, whether you're single, whether you're already in a relationship, but it can also be social invitations, and quite often it can be a business invitation, something that's really quite meaningful for you, possibly something more of a creative or artistic opportunity being offered. And with that, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So with this card, what a fantastic card to have. But this is a card of a new beginning, and it's a really new, solid, abundant opportunity coming in for you. And I feel you're being offered this, and you may be a little bit concerned that you're not quite good enough for this, but I really think this King of Wands energy here it's here to remind you that you have got what it takes, that you are a leader, and you must be confident here. With this Koi Fish Spirit, this could be coming at a time when you didn't think it would ever happen, but it is happening, and it does look to be like a very good opportunity for you. So let's get into May then, and like I said, Bat Spirit, it's a rebirth, and that is a big change. It's like you're coming back a better version of yourself. What you're coming back from will obviously depend on your own personal situation, but I feel like you're really motivated, and you may be starting something again that you had put on a back burner for a while. It just feels like you've got quite a lot of motivation here, and you're planning how you're going to bring this into the 3D. but you are being told to take your time and just put one step in front of the other, and if you like, plant your seeds firmly in the ground. That's the message I'm getting with that. And with that, then you have the Four of Wands. So there's definitely a lot of excitement here for you. Now, it could, of course, be connected to this Ace of Pentacles that you were offered in April. And it feels as if things are really falling into place, and it's giving you this real zest for life again. It's a bit like that act as if is actually coming into play during May for you. And there's lots of celebrations now. It can be with family, but it can also be you celebrating a real solid milestone. And with that Knight of Ariel there, I really feel that you're not leaving any stone unturned here, and you've been putting in the work, and you are now celebrating your achievements. Moving into June then, you have the Three of Ariel, and like I said, for me this is a card of employment. Now, it can be you being recognized for your skills, and quite often that can be because you might be applying for a new job. You know, it can be getting a new job contract, but it can also be getting a raise, a promotion where you already work. But of course, it can also be you working on your own project or your own business. But whatever it is, it does feel like you have lots of ideas and you're very inspired at the moment, and you could very well be putting these ideas into practice and developing them, and you could also be really getting seen for your ideas as well. It, like I say, it really feels like something very exciting is happening here, and it could very well be you starting your own business, something like that. You know, there's a feeling of newness to it for you, and it's going very well. So by the end of the first half of the year, it looks like you're being very successful. Let's get you one more card for June. And you have the Star. Yeah, you are being really successful. I do actually feel that you are being recognized here. You're being seen, you're being heard. However you want to put it, things are going very well for you. So beautiful. It's like I said, it feels like you're really, you know, getting a real zest for life again. Lots of passion, lots of things going in your favor in the first half of the year. It's absolutely beautiful. And Leo, if the readings resonated, please give it a thumbs up, because of course it really helps my channel and it knows that I'm putting the right things out there as well. So moving into July, this is a continuation of June for you, because you have the Eight of Ariel, and of course you may be a July Leo as well. So it seems you really are shining and you're perfecting your skill. Now, it could even be a new job or a pay rise. You know, pretty similar energy to the Three of Pentacles, but quite often and more likely to be something you are working on yourself. It could very well be a business, a side project, but it's something you really feel passionate about, because you're spending a lot of time perfecting it and working on it. Now, interestingly enough, you have Seahorse Spirit, and it's a card that literally says watch and wait. It's asking you to watch things develop and unfold before acting on them. So however that resonates for you in July, you are being asked to probably just not rush into things. Just wait a little bit longer. So perhaps there's something new that you're thinking of launching. Now with that, you have the Empress. Yeah. So just as I said, there's possibly something new that you are launching. The Empress card really is confirming that, because the Empress is all about creation. And it's a good card for manifesting as well. And I really get a high vibing energy from you throughout this reading so far for 2024. So I feel like you're really in the flow this year, and you're manifesting your dreams into reality. And with that watch and wait, and it being Empress energy, I feel like you're being reminded to be in that law of attraction energy, you know, where your positivity and your belief in yourself is drawing in more of the same. So you might carry on working on your project, but you're not quite putting it out there just yet. Now, interestingly enough, in August, still in Leo season, you have Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. And I feel with this card, there's an element of having been a little bit uncertain, and that could be coming from this energy here in July. But in August, it's as if you're getting a breakthrough. It's as if all of a sudden you're getting clarity, because the Nightingale spirit is a card that reminds us that the sun always rises, you know, things do get better. I don't really feel that there's a very negative energy here, but I feel that it's actually a clarification that you are going to get a breakthrough. You're going to get clarity on this situation. So with that then, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Wow, look at that. This is fantastic. So I don't think you're necessarily doubting yourself, because you are clearly creating something that you're going to show the world, okay? And I think you may just have been a little bit uncertain as to when you were going to show the world, but I actually feel come August, this is when you are actually thinking of putting yourself out there, because you have the Eight of Pentacles again. So you really are manifesting something into reality here. And I really like the way, you know, you've got the Three of Ariel, then you have the Eight of Ariel, and you have the Eight of Ariel again, all in a row. So very busy period for you, and I do feel it's a very creative period for you as well. In September then, Squirrel spirit, you have believe in yourself. So I think you are being reminded that you are good enough, and funnily enough, it's coming in under this King of Wands here in the spread. And I think you're being reminded that you've got what it takes. You are a leader, if that resonates, and you're big and you're bold, and you know, you've got so much charismatic. You light up the room when you walk in. And I think this is important, because it's like you have a bit of a golden opportunity here again, and this one is something that inspires you and makes you feel that your passion has been lit. I feel this is a very exciting opportunity for you, and probably because it's so exciting, and it almost feels like a bit of a wish come true type of opportunity, that you might just be feeling a little bit uncertain about yourself or your skills or your qualities, whatever it is. It might be making you feel a little bit nervous. Perhaps you're having to step out of your comfort zone here, but it's something you really, really want. And like I said, you are the King of Wands, so you really do have this. Let's get you one more card. And you have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful energy. This is a really creative energy here. The cup suits, they are imaginative. They use their intuition to guide them, and I feel that that's what you're being told to do. Also, the Queen of Cups especially, she follows her heart, and I do think that's also what you need to do here. And it also makes me feel that this offer is something that really does sing to your heart as well. I feel it's a bit of a wish fulfillment, and you're being told to trust your intuition here. This is certainly something very, very meaningful for you. Now, as we move into October, we have Canary Spirit, Sing Your Own Song, and this is all about you being who you are and doing what you want, and quite honestly, you know, in quite a unique way. And it looks as if you come to a bit of a crossroads in October where you're needing to make a very big decision. And I also feel that you know, the Canary Spirit is telling you to do what you want, to think what you want, and if it's something a bit off the beaten track, so be it. If that's what you want to do, then you follow your own path, not what other people are expecting or what society expects. However that resonates for you, it's clearly very important that you make this decision how you want to make it. And I think this Queen of Cups energy still comes in here because she will follow her heart. She will follow what is meaningful for her. And I think you're being asked to do that too. So let's get you one more card. And you have the Two of Pentacles. So again, yeah, look, I mean, the Two of Pentacles is about balancing things, but it can also be about making decisions as well. There definitely is a new path opening up here for you. I also feel that you may have, up until this point, been possibly trying to balance two things in your life. You know, let's just say, for example, if you have a job and you have a business, or, you know, however it resonates for you. Two things that you've been working on, or two things that are taking a lot of your time and your energy. And I feel that you're really being urged to make a decision about how you can bring in more balance into your life. You know, work home life balance. It's extremely important, because otherwise, you know, you could run the risk of burning yourself out. So however this resonates for you, you are the only person that can make this decision and decide how to get your life into balance. Moving into November then, Six of Ariel, the Six of Pentacles. It's a lovely card to get. It means that help is at hand. An opportunity is arising. There's possibly somebody being very generous towards you and offering you funds that you might require. But of course, it can be you offering it to somebody else. Again, it can be another card of an employment contract, something to do with a generous gift of some sort. Now, like I said before, you've got Pig Spirit here, and you're being asked to use your mind wisely, and it's telling you to use a combination of your common sense, your intelligence, and your intuition. So whether that's because you're going to accept it or you're going to give it to somebody else, you are being advised to, I guess, think it through first. Let's get you one more card. And you have the Seven of Swords. So, look, Seven of Swords can be a card that represents deceit or somebody doing something behind your back. or it can be doing something yourself on the quiet that you're not quite telling people about. But I think overall here, however we look at these cards, you're being asked to be on the lookout for something hidden, perhaps, and just to go over all of the details. Let's say, for example, that you've been offered a loan of money that you might need for something, and you're being told to, look at the small print. Just think it through. Is this, is the period of time that the loan's over, is it right for you? Is there added interest? Something like that. Of course, it won't be to do with finances for everybody, but you are definitely where you've got this use your mind wisely. You're really being told to think this through and make an educated decision about it. Right, now in December then you have the Page of Ariel and you have Sandpiper Spirit, and of course this is December where everybody or most people are celebrating Christmas, and you're really being encouraged to do that. So whether perhaps you're going to get more offers to go out and enjoy yourself, or even be more adventurous, because you do have the Page of Ariel here. Now again, it's another opportunity being presented to you. You have a whole year of opportunities, and this is an opportunity to learn something new, to start something new. It could be something that you've always wanted to do, that you've wanted to try or retrain into, or it could be something that builds on the other areas of your life here with this Three of Pentacles and these Eights of Pentacles that you have. Perhaps you're adding to your business skills or creative skills. However it resonates for you, it's a time to have a beginner's mindset and start something new that in the long term will prove to be very prosperous for you. And with that then, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Absolutely. So what you're doing here in December, I think you're feeling really good and things have really worked out. They've really worked out for you. And you're feeling optimistic and you're feeling confident about doing something new. And like I said, you've got this Seven of Pentacles now that is clarifying that what you do in December, the new seeds that you plant, the new skills that you acquire, in the long run, they are really going to grow and be beneficial and prosperous for you. Wow, Leo, this is an amazing reading. It really, really is. I really feel that things are taking shape and really working out for you in your personal life, in your home life, and your career and your business. So what I want to do now, I'm just going to take one of these tea leaf cards for each one of the quarters of the year and see what other information we can get. So can we have a card please for the first quarter? Oh, we've got 3. Okay. And they are leg, stepping into a new experience. And yeah, I mean, I quite, for some of you, I do feel that there is possibly a new romantic experience here for you, or a new place of a new home for you. Maybe you're moving. Or it could be something to do with these options and this decision that you have to make. You also have purse. Pay attention to your finances. In January, isn't that particularly unheard of? And then you have casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So I do feel this first quarter is about change, whether it is change in your relationships or your home life. There's definitely something coming up there. There's definitely change coming in that first quarter. But to be honest, I think it's all really good change because you have the Ten of Cups twice. Okay, so can we have a card then, please, for the second half? I should say the second quarter. And you have announcement. Yes. Look at this. I mean, look, announcement can be you making an announcement. It can be somebody else making an announcement. This could very well be connected to this Four of Wands. But with the bell as well, it can be the arrival of news. And with these cards here, the Star and the Ace of Pentacles, it looks as if you're going to be receiving very good news in that second quarter. Okay, can we have a card then, please, for the third quarter? And we have Bird Perched, and you've got, again, waiting for news, package or letter. And it's like I said here, in July and August, there is a feeling that you're waiting for something, and maybe it is news that you're waiting for before you get this final clarity here that you receive in August. And then one last card for the last quarter of 2024. We've got two. Oh wow, look at this. You have climbing towards success, and you have dealings or relationship with an older man. Now, that can mean many things to different people, but what I will say is pretty much all of you are climbing towards success. You've been doing that throughout this year. And this older man, perhaps this older man is connected to this Six of Ariel, this assistance, this help that's coming in that you've been asked just keep an eye out over. You know, Leo, this is a fantastic reading for basically every single one of these months has got something really positive, and some of them have so much positivity and opportunity waiting for you. It's going to be a fantastic year for you. I really hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Take care, and I'll see you again.